Thank you for joining Elevated Mindset, the podcast. Remember to subscribe and hit that bell to be notified for every time we upload a new episode. Enjoy.
This is the Scold's Bridle. It is for punishing argumentative, nagging women. Women were considered to be subservient to men in the 17th century and so were not allowed to be argumentative. You had to be arrested and tried and convicted by a magistrate. It opens up, the mouthpiece goes into your mouth and it is locked around the back of the head, and then a piece of rope would be tied to the loop at the front and the victim would be paraded through town to demonstrate and to increase the level of humiliation.
What's up, it's your girl speaking from Escape, and I'm kicking it with Elevated Mindset. Goodbye.
Hey y'all, it's Grandma. It's SYA. Go right now and subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can watch Elevated Mindset, the podcast, every week. ELEV, the number 8, TED Mindset. Go subscribe now. Bye, y'all.
Who's ready to elevate? Who's ready to set it straight? Who's ready to talk about topics up for debate? See, you can't rehearse this. We ain't talking purses. We're talking about breaking those generational curses. For us ladies, it's urgent. Babies running to surgeons, wanting fixed in a hurry. In the fog, they're blurry. Men keeping us worried. Tables are topsy-turvy. Wanting ladies to save them and ladies emasculating. We are back. Y'all know how we do this. We love coming and talking with you guys. We love talking to each other. So we just basically sharing. We're sharing some intelligent discussion amplified. First of all, I want to get into some other things. How have you ladies been today?
Awesome. It's been a little bit busy, but
we stay busy. We stay booked and busy because we are bosses. Y'all call those bees. We those other bees too, but you better not say it. But we stay booked and busy because that's what bosses do. Booked and busy, and I love it. Thank you, God. Such a blessing.
Yes, praise God.
You see that? Isn't it beautiful? Another bee.
Matter of fact, since we got so many, sprinkle some blessings on y'all.
Sprinkle. I'll take all the blessings. So we had so many different things on our mind. Our topic pot runneth over.
It does.
It's sad, but true. The topic pot runneth over because it's so many different things to talk about. Am I right about a Q? Am I right about a D?
You're right.
Okay, so I mean, even before we jumped on, because we're always talking, and Q was talking to me about a few things we were sharing. It's unbelievable the way things go these days, the way things are, and we're talking about in relationships. And I mean that intimately and just period. Relationships, friendships, but we're going to stick to the intimate side of things, relationships and the roles of the people that are in the relationship, whether you male, female and male, two significant others. That's what we're going to talk about on today, the roles of relationships and how we feel from our standpoint. And we want you guys to always feel free to comment and let us know how you feel about the topics that we are discussing, because we can always open that discussion up again. So that's what we're talking about today. So we're going to get right into it.
Hey man, my video call. You like that, don't you? Where you going? Where you go? Hello.
Hey, Grandma.
Hey, baby.
Where you at? I've been calling you. What you got on? What the? And you breathing hard?
Breathing hard. I'm hardly breathing.
And I ain't do your hair like that. What's wrong? What's wrong with your hair?
Don't worry about my hair.
Oh my God.
Just
Who you
fix
with?
it over for me.
Fix it. Oh, who you with? What?
I just got on a little something.
And where you at? Who you with?
Man, here with Edgar.
Edgar?
Baby.
You didn't call me.
Congratulations again. I know this episode is going to be as good as the first one,
Thank
baby.
you, Grandma.
I'm so proud of you guys.
Thank you, Grandma.
You just don't know. Grandma
Thank
Miss
you.
SYA is proud as usual. I know you didn't get my usual morning call.
Yeah, I was waiting
so
on
we
you
can
to
have
call
our
me.
prayer. But Grandma, Miss S.Y.A.
I
send
was
blessings. I
thank
send my
you.
blessings to you,
Thank
baby, and do good as usual. And I was
Thank
just a
you,
little
Grandma.
busy.
I was gonna ask you something.
Grandma gonna call y'all back. You got
Wait
a
a
show
minute,
to do,
Grandma.
don't you?
Yeah, but
Go ahead.
Grandma.
All
Hold
right.
on. Oh.
You like that?
Not only women at the gas station, but women at the grocery store when they have a whole half of a man sitting in the car while they go in, shop, and bring the bags out and put them in the car, and he did not move not one time.
And she
Same
paid
thing.
for them.
Probably so.
Cut
Same
it
thing at
out.
the gas station. He's sitting in the car, and I witnessed this maybe a couple of weeks ago. He's sitting on the driver's side. She's on the passenger side. She gets out, go in and pay, and then come back and pump the gas. He's on his cell phone the whole time. For me, that's a problem because first of all, I wouldn't have that man in my life at this age because you got one time to show me that you only half of what a whole man should be. Then we can't rock together. Personally, I do have a significant other, and he does those things. He has driven from his house when I didn't even know he was coming, and he came to cut my grass because he didn't like the way it looked when he left the day before. He'll come wash my car
So
before
mannish.
I go to work
Mhm.
because he didn't like my car being dirty.
I love it.
Yes,
I
he
love it.
cooks too. He cleans too.
I love it.
So it's not one of those things where, okay, well, you could take out the garbage. I'm just gonna walk by and you take out the garbage because this is your house and I'm only here sometimes. No, he will cook for me. He will clean up his mess and not wait for me to do it. He'll take out the trash. So if it's something around my house that needs to be done, trust me, he'll do it. With him, there's no, oh, that's a girl thing, or that's a woman thing, or that's a man thing.
Women need to hear that and know that they exist. And I know a lot of women that have really good men. So that's a good thing because, you can have some good and then you say, well, child, that's a frosted mini wheat. They got this. Boost your business. Call us now, 229-SYA-FIRM.
I want to say to women, we deserve it. So don't ever think that you are not worthy of it. If you feel like you're not worth your man doing what he's supposed to do in the relationship, you might want to do a lot of soul searching and see where you are falling short to be choosing these men who allow you to do not necessarily man stuff, but stuff like pumping gas and, stuff that traditionally a man understands that it's his role.
We are guilty of that. I'm even guilty of that sometimes. Sometimes we actually pacify situations, make it a little easier for men who are not actually manning up in situations where they should be. And it takes sometimes for us to get fed up.
From a generation that we come from and different things that we learned, for me, the roles are a man is a man. And it's almost as if now they don't have like pride in being a man.
Wow.
That whole thing about being kept or a woman being kept in this new generation where y'all want to stay home while she gets up and go to work.
The roles have completely reversed and they're comfortable with that. I've never seen that in my life.
It's confusing. I ain't gonna say it's confusing. It's ridiculous because it's like where's your pride as a man? A man is, feels good about taking care of his home, proud about taking care of his kids.
I grew up with that.
In this particular time, it doesn't seem like they're proud to be protectors and providers and leaders. I had a guy to tell me when in Atlanta, it's 20-1, and I said, and you're cool with that? I mean, so there's nobody that you think you want to just build with. So you don't really have a vision or a plan. You just kind of the fact that you got the option of 20 women. And I understand that whole hunter thing, and we want to be able to choose who we want, and we like the idea of variety and all of that. But at what point do you say, okay, this is home, and I'm going to protect home. They done got so messy now where it's coming to the front door. You letting women call your wife, you letting women call your girlfriend, they come into these people's jobs. And I'm just like, I mean, some of the stuff that I've been hearing is absolutely absurd. I'm like, what is going on in 2022?
Got 50-50. No, 100-100. Right. That's how you make a relationship work. Because if we join as one and we both 100, then guess what? Our relationship is 100. Once a quarter. Babe, tell me what's going on in your life. What can I do better? Whatever. Even if you ain't listening, get a notepad out. I guarantee, man, that's a.
When I touched on side piece and different things like that, but it touches on that because my thing is, if you hadn't completely sowed your oats, you know, why upon marriage would you have decided? But I've honored my relationships when I was with a person because I cared about that person. So I put that person on a pedestal, whether you were with me or not with me.
Right.
So but I had you on that pedestal. And that's how I look at things. I'm like, never put me in the face of somebody and have me humiliated or looking a certain way. I would never do it to you. But people don't honor relationships in that way. So they ask, why are you single? Well, King P Apparel, we sell exclusive merchandise, and it's only exclusive if it's custom. Visit the website now, www.kingpapparel.com. I know I'm a piece of work, number one. And number two, I want some value. And somebody that value me.
Are you really a person of work? Are you really a piece of work? Or you just have found the standard that you're going to go by?
I do. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm a piece of artworok.
Oh, yes, okay, there you go.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
We have to be clear for these 1.5 million followers. Right? We got to make it clear.
Yes.
We got to.
It's foolishness.
And you know what?
Chose me.
You touched on something that's very, very important. Setting the tone. If you have to set expectations when you're going into a relationship and not just take for granted that, oh, well, he knows what he's supposed to do. He knows what his role is in this relationship. That's how it goes off the rails really quickly, really early, because you don't set any expectations or boundaries. And that one time that you let something slide, that's going to become the norm in that relationship. So you probably want to,
because in women mind, we're showing them that I love you so much that I'll forgive you for that, what you did, because I love you, and we'll work through that. And in his mind, in a male mind, it's almost like they perceive it as, you took that, hold this too. Right. Oh, she's strong. Bam. Oh, you real strong. Can you hold these two holes too?
Yep. What about this kid?
The analogies, hold this kid too that I got on the way. The analogies are different. Right. And not all males, and I don't like to get into a male-female thing too much. I say individuals. I say that for a reason, because I know dogmatic in both species. So an individual just has to, and personally for me, communication is everything. I always told people that you need to have a come to the table meeting.
But what about when you come into the table to communicate and you're really saying ABC 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they really think that you just gave them a
you might need to take his plate off the table.
There you go.
Take that plate off the table. It's hard sometimes.
You and your plate can get the
You might have to do the Diary of a Black Woman and snatch the whole cloth off the table. If I can't see the end with things now, I don't want to start it. Did that make sense?
It makes perfect sense.
That's my new life. If I can't see an ending, and you can't see a complete clear ending, but I need to be able to have a vision with that. If I can't see it, I don't start it. Follow us right now on Instagram, elevated_mindset. I'm going to say this, because I feel like people should communicate at least every 6 months. For some people, it should be sooner. And what I mean by that is not little date nights. I mean, really sit down and have a heart-to-heart talk. Ask real questions. You know, everything been going good for you lately with our relationship? Anything you feel I'm falling short on? Anything you feel like I need to do better? These are real questions that people don't really ask.
So what if they don't answer? What if you do that and they don't have they don't really have an answer. Like,
but then you have to then calculate who you're dealing with. Because first of all, it's important to know who you're dealing with. Are you dealing with the introvert? Are you dealing with a person that doesn't share his feelings and emotions? Do they care enough about you to share their feelings and emotions?
Right.
More importantly, you have to know what you will and will not settle for.
Absolutely, because if you're not willing to talk to me and give me what I'm giving to you, because even people that are introverted have a way of communicating.
Right. Relationships are based on communication anyway, whether it's parent, child, significant other, husband, wife.
Or verbal and nonverbal.
There you go. It's all about communications. You cannot have a relationship.
And more than anything, Q, and sorry, D, but more than anything, Q, you never want a person to make you guess what they thinking or guess what they feeling. I need you to talk to me. Right. And men talk. So maybe you're still a little boy and you still need a little
I'm sorry. Repeat that.
Maybe it's still a little boy, not quite a man.
Hold on, my mic.
My take on roles, I'm a little old-fashioned. I'm modern, but I'm old-fashioned. I'm a 60s baby. Matter of fact, yeah, I am. I am. I'm a 60s baby. The last year of the 60s, to be exact, baby. 69 was a very good year. Joe told y'all, and I'm telling y'all my age. I don't mind. Because black don't crack and she cute. Right. So my take on that, I'm a little old-fashioned. So I still believe in things such as running bath water, cooking meals, rubbing backs. Things in a relationship is not always tit for tat, and that's just my opinion. It depends on where you are and with the individual. I think communication is key. The role of a woman, I think you should take care of your man, but he definitely needs to be taking care of his woman. Absolutely. And what I mean in terms of that, because I can say that and they say, well, what does that mean? I mean, personally, I wouldn't really care to pump gas. And I'm speaking for myself. I met a lady before and I love her. And I remember we was talking and I said, well, you wear all that jewelry to the gas station? Because she's always jeweled up. So, I was looking like, when you go, she said, gas station? I haven't pumped gas in years.
How about that?
So I looked, yes, ma'am. Yes, she did. And I said, oh, okay. She said, no, my husband always takes my car and fills my car up. I don't pump gas. And I want to be clear. This was way before they start sliding. Okay? I want to make this real clear. As a matter of fact, this was in 1999. Okay? So we just want to be clear on the timeline. This is when I got this information from this lady. I don't pump gas. Whenever I need gas, he takes my car because he doesn't feel that I should have to go to the gas station. I love that. Small, but important because he takes care of it. But with having one and having to do things like take out trash and I don't mind if it's convenient and I'm there, hey, by all means, we can swap roles because I was raised that way, do things, but I need you to know how to do things. I don't want to be the one that know how to change a tire and change oil, and you can't. You can't hang a picture. You're not domestic. I'm really not interested.
Come on. Yeah. Flawless. Yo, Pastor Troy. Hey, yo. You know what? There's a lot of folks be coming out their grill. They fake, they ain't never keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? None they ever spitting this trill. I say we make them pay. Hey, yo. What you think? You with this? You ready? Let's go. Now let's lay it all on the line. Even when they know it's your time, wanna block your shine with the hate and the lies. Fakes in the skies, all want you to fall when I can't get it right. Now picture this, when I can't see it, you gotta do what I gotta do. This for my people who've been limited. People trying to tell you what you can't do, what you can't be, what you can't dream. Everything I do, I do big. I walk big, I talk big, I live big. And success is the sweetest revenge, baby. Do you. I'm bigger than life, I'm bigger than y'all. The bigger the bang, the bigger the ball. So you can gon' call me big head. I'm bigger than all that shit y'all said. I'm bigger than life, I'm bigger than y'all. The bigger the bang, the bigger the ball. So you can go them say I'm big-headed. Watch me flow, call her Miss Helium. And it ain't about what I got. They love her for what I know. For that game, for that gift to gab, that loyalty and that flow. So what's your definition of bad? Well, I'm that bitch time two. She can buy hair and buy swag, but flaw she can't do. I'm a zone 6 thoroughbred, Yankee born peach raised. Keep screaming and stay down shit. That's where you gon' stay.